Love in the animal kingdom is weird. Sometimes it's a painful test, a fishy proposal, or a straight-up murder scene. Looking for love on the African savanna? First, you have to fight. Then, you have to pass a very questionable taste test. Males don't even check if the female is interested before launching into an all-out brawl. They just start swinging, whipping their 6-foot-long necks at each other like giraffe-printed sledgehammers, giving the word necking a whole new meaning. They're not even sure they want her yet. They're just fighting for the right to, well, sample her golden elixir. Only after the dust settles does the winner nudge her bladder to do a taste test. If she passes the test, he follows her around like an awkward prom date. If not, back to the battlefield he goes. But what if romance wasn't a fight but an extreme home makeover? How about offering your love interest a fancy mansion, fully decorated in blue, before even knowing if she's interested? Deep in the forests of Australia and New Guinea, bowerbirds are nature's ultimate home decorators, crafting elaborate love nests covered in berries, shells, and anything blue they can find. The bigger and fancier, the better, and the poor bird has no idea if she'll even like it. If a female spots his bower, she inspects every detail like a picky homebuyer. If she's impressed, he gets his chance to court her. If not, she flies off, leaving him to redecorate all over again in the hope the next visitor approves. Finding love is hard, but petting the like button isn't. And before I go on, subscribe, no fancy gifts required, for more of nature's weirdest stories. Some couples don't just exchange gifts, they bring home dinner. Forget flowers and chocolates. For puffins, it's fish. Lots of fish. These little seabirds found along the rugged cliffs of the North Atlantic take commitment seriously. They mate for life and return to the same partner every season. And their way of saying, "I love you," they gently rub their beaks together in a sweet ritual called billing. It looks like a kiss, but in puffin language, it's more like, "Still into me?" And the answer is usually yes. And the ultimate puffin love language? A beak full of fresh fish, lovingly presented to their partner. Because nothing says "I love you" like dinner. In bulk. Not all love stories are as sweet as this one. Some are straight up dangerous. Dating is a risky business, but for porcupines, it can be downright painful. The male starts things off with, let's call it a liquid offering. Yikes, that again. And if she's into it, she lowers her quills. Because, let's face it, one wrong move could turn romance into a medical emergency. But if she's not interested, well, then she's not afraid to show it. She'll whip her razor-sharp tail at him and walk away, leaving him humiliated and possibly full of puncture wounds. Yep, porcupine love hurts, literally. And if impressing a mate meant busting out your best dance moves, I say go for it. In the world of fiddler crabs, dating is all about the flex. These tiny crabs, found in coastal mudflats and mangroves around the world, are nature's best one-armed dancers. Males have one massive claw, and they are not afraid to use it. It's their best and only pickup move. They march, wave, and perform synchronized claw dances to impress the ladies. The bigger the claw and the flashier the moves, the better the chances of finding a mate. And if dancing doesn't work, plan B is violence. Males will have tiny, dramatic duels over potential partners. Sometimes you have to fight for the one you want. And this is exactly what the next suitor does, but in a way you'd never expect. When it comes to impressing a mate, frigate birds go big. Instead of dancing or singing to get attention, males inflate a massive red throat pouch like a built-in Valentine's balloon. The bigger the balloon, the better the chances of attracting a female. But inflating this love signal takes effort. Up to 20 minutes of non-stop huffing and puffing. Then, he just sits there and waits, hoping some lucky lady is impressed. If she likes it, he wins. If not, well, that was a lot of hot air for nothing, but at least his blue-footed wingmen have his back. But wait until you hear this next horrifying thing done for the sake of procreation. When it comes to octopus romance, these guys don't play games. For some octopuses, a little romance can cost an arm or a leg. Males have a specialized arm called a hectocotylus that delivers sperm to the female. But in some species, they take it a step further, severing the arm, tossing it at the female, and quickly swimming off, making sure she doesn't eat him in the process. And if that wasn't intense enough, the battle has just begun. Frog romance is simple, until it's not. This female thought she had found her match, but then another frog comes and spoils the fun. And sometimes a bunch of other guys crash the party. And it isn't about romance, it's about outlasting the competition and staying on top. Much like a rodeo. Males fight, shove, and even kick each other in the face just to hang on a bit longer. It's rough, ridiculous, and it's brutal. But no mating ritual is more brutal than the next one. Love is complicated, but in this case, it can end in murder. The male praying mantis approaches the female with extreme caution. One wrong move, and she'll bite his head off. Sometimes, she just attacks. And sometimes, she doesn't even wait until they're done. Scientists believe this makes him more, well, effective. But still, what a hero, and what a way to go. If you want to see more quirky animals, click the video on the screen. It's packed with nature's strangest stories. And thanks for watching.